That's right. Oh God. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. That's right, chat. Why are my private notes? You're looking at the run of show right now. You're looking at the run of show right now. Let's all freaking chill for a second. Welcome to Sean's Oasis. It's the only spot online where you will get a massage for your mind. And what's on the docket for... what's on the docket for today? Step 1, it's tubby time. Tubby custard! And speaking of tubby custard, I'm gonna have to get my own special type of tubby custard, which is called Diet Dr. Pepper. And I'm gonna have to freaking go get that right now. Cause when I tell you I got 4 hours of sleep last night, I mean it. And I ain't New York Daddy Zone the way the New York Shock Zone is. When New York Shock Zone doesn't get enough sleep because they're a new daddy, they got the whole world understanding of that. When I'm just like, I didn't fall asleep till 2 a.m. last night because I was trying to do too much stuff. Most of the world's like, yeah, why shut up? I don't empathize with that. I don't validate that. You're a grown ass person. Sorry, I'm promoting. What we got on the docket for today? First up, I gotta get my tubby custard. Tubby custard! New York Shock Zone says the baby is not in the room tonight, so I can use the regular soundboard. Ah! That's perfect, because one of the things we got coming up tonight, I kept thinking, I gotta make sure I've got the blasted sound effect ready to go. Because Steve Wozniak, folks, here's a preview of things to come. Steve Wozniak is gonna rock some shit. Let me let you in on a little secret. I don't really have it that much written down on here. Most of my show notes are in a digital note. That digital note that you accidentally saw up on the screen for a few moments there, that's where most of my actual information is. My schedule isn't even accurate right now. The schedule that's currently up is from when I did the Met Gala like 3 weeks ago. It's totally inaccurate. I gotta get the freaking... I have got to get... New York Shock Zone says, tell it to the Buddha. Tell it to the Buddha. Take it up with the Buddha. I'm gonna go get my Diet Dr. Pepper, then we're gonna do a deep breathing meditation of just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Just 5 minutes. I can't share this joke. I have a very special, intimate joke regarding 5 minutes. I don't think it's for Sean's Oasis. It's for my love. It's for me and my love, and that ain't none of your business. Also, my head is still too high. I still gotta... That framing looks crazy, though. I gotta... Ugh. There. Now we're in business. Welcome to Sean's Oasis. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. gonna start all this bottom line massage your mind. So, without further ado, we're all gonna take some deep breathing so we can all chill out, and then I've got a lovely thing to share about Diet Dr. Pepper. We're gonna be having a lot of fun with Diet Dr. Pepper tonight, and it goes a little something like this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, and yeah, you can guess what's gonna be happening here. So, but first we gotta do a deep breathing exercise. Hold on, what do I do? How do I stream? Behold. I always mess this part up. Behold. The lotus flower. Marson Pebble says, I saw a picture today of Leonard Cohen meditating on his head on the side of the highway. Leonard, what are you doing over there? When I thought of it, I thought of Anthony Bourdain. I did not think of Leonard Cohen's face upside down on the side of a highway. I thought of Anthony Bourdain. Chat, tell me this much. What's the difference between Leonard Cohen and Anthony Bourdain? Marson Pebble says, so I'll be doing my deep breathing on my head today. Yo, facts. Picture it didn't happen. Picture it didn't happen, bro. Picture it didn't happen. That's amaze balls. That's freaking amaze balls, but also picture it didn't happen. New York Shockstone says Sean is microdosing Dr. Pepper out of the espresso mug. Time will tell. First, we have to do a deep breathing exercise. I'm gonna say what we're gonna be focusing on the in breaths and the out breaths. It's gonna be 5 breaths, and I'm just gonna yell out what we're gonna be. Oh, I'm so bad at all. I'm so bad at all of this. I'm so bad at this part. No, this is why I need the deep breathing. I'm bugging out, dude. Bugging out. So, when the flower opens up, you breathe in, and when the flower closes, you breathe out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And as you're doing the breathing, I want you to focus on, I don't know how to phrase this even, but when I say the words, that's the word you should be thinking of while you're breathing. In. Out. Deep. Slow. Calm. Ease. Smile. Release. Present moment. Wonderful moment. And now we get ball. I'm just gonna look it up because I started freaking out there a little bit, right? I was like, I don't know the sentences. I'm just gonna type it in. Breathing in. I know the breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. But there's a whole suite of sentences. They're called gathas. Calming the breath 3. It's the gatha of calming the breath 3. So, firstly, it's breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. As the in-breath grows deep, the out-breath grows slow. Breathing in makes me calm. Breathing out brings me ease. With the in-breath, I smile. With the out-breath, I release. Breathing in, there is only the present moment. Breathing out, it is a wonderful moment. Now a person with any amount of foresight, I'll read your messages in a second. A person with any amount of foresight would just say, hey, I should just read this I should just read this. Because the way that Thich Nhat Hanh does it is they read the sentence, and then on the second breath, they just say the single word versions, and then they let you just do your damn thing. So that's probably something I'm gonna do going forward. I'm gonna read the full Gatha. I don't know. I'm just gonna make that as a note. Question, should I just read the full Gatha? That would really extend the breathing exercise portion of the program. Just fine by me. Hey, take it up with a Buddha. Freaking New York Shock Zone says, doing this shit so I get ball, TBH. Hey, whatever gets you there, man. Whatever gets you present. Does ball make you feel present? Does ball bring you to the present moment? Then ball, dude. Marson Pebble says, this is the only meditation I do where I get ball. All other types suck now. New York Shock Zone says, breathing in, I know there is Diet Dr. Pepper on the way, baby. Thank you, New York Shock Zone. So here's the thing. Recently on a stream, I drank a whole... what do they call the bottle size? Is it 20 ounces? Is it 20 ounces? Because this is 12 fluid ounces. So yeah, the big bottle is probably 20 ounces. I drank 20 ounces of Diet Dr. Pepper. I felt like hell. So here's what we're doing today. I'm going to be pouring Dr. Pepper into this tiny espresso cup, signifying my love for Puerto Rico, where I was. And I didn't get this cup in Puerto Rico. Oh, I didn't get this cup in Puerto Rico, but you know what I did? This t-shirt. Let's fucking go. Okay, I'm gonna pour Diet Dr. Pepper into the cup, and I will drink only what I've poured at a time. I will drink only what I've poured, and that will help me regulate, you know? I'll just have a little bit of Dr. Pepper, and maybe it'll make me feel good, and I definitely won't go overboard. Ooh! Ooh, yeah! Love that DDP. Love that DDP. So New York Shock Zone said those extra 8 ounces will kill you. Yeah. I don't know why they sell soda in bottles of that size. It's too much. Marson says, sick t-shirt, dude, which, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Just like how they do on the island. Yeah, I picked this up from someone in Puerto Rico. They saw me chugging down a DDP, and they said, whoa, whoa, whoa. They handed me a tiny cup. They said, pour it in here. They said, matter of fact, spit out what's in your mouth into that cup. And I said, what? They said, do it, gringo. And I wasn't one to argue. I remember meeting a guy when I was like 19 who was really a friend at... He like walked into a bodega with like a boombox blaring music, and some dude said like, check out this crazy gringo. And the guy that I knew like got really offended about that. I don't think he's watching this stream. He was one of the more annoying people I ever lived with. He also took a vow of silence for like a week, and then afterwards read all his journal entries about his thoughts about people while silent. So it was like him after the fact reading what he wrote about my behavior in reaction to his vow of silence. He would also play Bright Eyes songs on the ukulele and walk around. This is the same person who got offended when he said, it's fucked up that they called me a gringo. Last time I saw him, we ran into each other on the train. He said, you look really good, man. So maybe I should be chill. Maybe I should be more chill about this guy. We were 19! Who among us was cool? Marson Pebble said, motherfucker took a vow, passive aggressive. A vow of... Marson, I was trying to unlock what you meant by took a vow, passive aggressive. I was like, that could mean any number of things. But when you clarify with the asterisk, motherfucker took a vow of passive aggressive. That's just a good, clean fun. New York Shockzone says, Sean, this roommate sounds unbearable. Yeah, this same person, I was supposed to live with them through a certain, like through the end of October, and then they had their friend move in and live on the couch, like the second week of October, and then they were really stressed out because they wanted their friend to take my room, and like they were stressed out that I wasn't finding a place. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, New York Shockzone wife has just entered the chat. New York Shockzone wife has just entered the chat. Things are about to be really different. Everything's gonna be so different now. We got husband and wife together in chat. Where's the baby? Tell me the baby's in the, what do they call that thing? A ubu? The woo-woo? The Tulu? What's that robot for baby that people have opinions about? New York Shockzone says probably should have pushed him into a locker. Marston doing their damn... Marston's like the frickin'... I can't think of anything specific because I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. The Ouya. Yo, is the baby in the Ouya? Is the baby in the Ouya? The Snoo. See, I made up all these funny words, but none of them could be as funny as the real world, which is Snoo. The chat doorman, but like, what's like the doorman of a town? You know, like the it's not the commissioner. It's the person like at the town gathering who's not the mayor, but is like shaking hands and is just like, welcome, welcome. The commissioner? It's not the commissioner. New York Shockzone wife says baby needs her own login. Lol. Stay tuned. Yo, when New York Shock baby enters chat, everything's gonna change. I'm looking a little low on the DDP. Matter of fact, I'm gonna need a little bit more DDP. What if I just end up drinking the whole can without thinking? And I just pour it. The welcome committee? New York Shockzone says the welcome committee because New York Shockzone's trying to understand what I'm talking about. No, it's like the guy in the town. It's like they're like the assistant to the mayor, maybe. Like in Animal Crossing, they got the lady. Oh, I'm gonna get burps. I forgot about burps on mic. That's not good. There's a specific word for this kind of guy. There's a specific word for this kind of guy. So here's all the Gothas. Y'all should peep these Gothas, dude. They're pretty good. Who's the guy? Who's the guy? Council person? Who's the person in town who greets you before the mayor? Free. What is the name of the person who meets all the guests at the entrance to the beginning of an event? See answer. I gotta create a free account. Maybe later. A host or greeter? That ain't what I'm looking for. Treasurer? Secretary, council person, treasurer? None of this is true. I was thinking about Isabelle from Animal Crossing. What's her thing? She's this town secretary? Secretary? Town secretary? Mayor's aide? Nah, that ain't it. It's a specific thing. It ain't greeter. What do you call a person that greets people? A greeter? Related questions? Who is the person who initially greets people at a wedding? The bride and groom? Is this a joke? What is the job description for a hosties? A hostess? Hosties. What is the job description for a hosties? A hostess is the person who greets people when they first walk into a restaurant. The job description is to greet customers and seat them. What is the job description for a hosties? What is description of this job? What is the job description of a lawyer? I'm gonna add my answer. The one person out there who loves the law more than anything else. I'm gonna submit that. We have your answer. How do I submit it? I gotta log in? What is the job of a hosties? What is the job of a lawyer? Did I have my answer? I just unlocked level 2. Did my answer get submitted? Show more answers. Wait, it has my name? The fuck? I shouldn't have logged in. How do I delete my account? Alright. What are we doing? What's on the docket for today? I'm so glad you asked. What is the job of a hosties? What the hell is the job of a hosties? We got a few different things I want to talk about. One, I went to Puerto Rico and I learned about casinos. 2, people are surprised when other people respond negatively to AI. I got a few examples of that. 3, pine drama. Y'all familiar with pine drama? You're gonna be. 4, story time. Portals go both ways? 5, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. That's right. This morning before going to work, I purchased the new Yoshi game. So I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play freaking started the Wheel of Games. I'm just gonna play Yoshi, dude. It's already 8:54. That means story time is in 6 minutes. Why does this always happen? How does this always happen? Why do I have all this material prepared and then I run out of time? Marson Pebble said a hostess is a Twinkie. Heyo. New York Shockstone said the job of a hosties is to be a delicious swirly cupcake. Sorry I missed your guys' messages. I was really locked into the whole answers.com thing. So first of all, here's what you need to know about Puerto Rico. I went to the casino and I won money. I went to the casino, but here's the trick. First and foremost, I went to the casino and I paid homage to Konami. I walked into the casino, I saw all these freaking slot machines, and they were all the most any one of the slot machines. New York Shockstone says speedrun monologue, Sean. Baby, we're gonna. I walked into this casino and a single slot machine is the most confusing thing you've ever seen in your life. Slot machine is crap. Roulette, crap. But kind of fun, but crap. I was there to go straight to make a beeline for the blackjack tables, which I did eventually. But first, we checked out some of the slot machines. And right off the bat, I noticed this sweet, sweet Konami. My sweet Konami of Castlevania, of Gradius. Of Contra. Of Contra fame. Konami of Contra fame. I clocked them immediately. So Konami is a person. Konami is a video game company that made a lot of sweet games, and then 10 or 15 years ago, they just started making pachinko machines and slot machines. And they did not develop any new video games for a long time. And now they're outsourcing a lot of their development to third-party studios. But the point is that this was my first real... Well, first of all, this is the first time I've ever been inside a casino at all. And by virtue of that, this is the first time I'm encountering these oft whispered about on gaming forums, the final resting place of the great Konami. And I paid homage. I saw these Konami machines and I said, babe, this is Konami. I looked at this big duck and I said, babe, this is Konami. And because I paid homage to Konami, I won a few $100s on slots. I just kept, I bet max every single time. The machines would not take $1 bills. They would only take 5s. Me and my partner had a lot of really funny jokes that, again, some jokes are for public consumption. Some are just for baby. But I paid homage to Konami and it paid off in dividends. But no, truly, I think if you're playing slots, you might as well just bet max. because you're either gonna win and lose. Mint Soda has entered the chat, ladies and germs. And they're telling me the cup is too big. Buddy, if I could get a smaller cup, I would. I have like a mission accomplished cup in the other room with like Lockheed. It says Lockheed Martin mission accomplished. It's a similar size cup. You want me to go get that cup? I could get that cup too. But I paid homage to the great Konami, and it paid off in big buku bucks. You gotta bet max when you're doing. I'm gonna wait. You're not allowed to talk about gambling on Twitch, right? I'm not actually giving gambling advice. Wait, am I allowed to talk about gambling? Am I breaking the law? Am I crossing state lines? Point is, I don't understand slot machines. I think they're crap. They're really fun to look at, though. It's really wild to see how they're designed and all the different moving pieces, but there ain't no way you can tell what's going on. It just makes a big money bag, and the money bag gets bigger and bigger, and it does all these different lines. And it's like 5 slots rather than 3, and it's like, what's going on? Whoa, whoa, whoa. But all you do ever is push a button. So it just loads up a random sequence of animations, which is kind of fun. I'd pay $1 to watch a bunch of crazy animations and maybe get money. That's fine. And you pay $5 and you hit max enough times and you'll get $100. I came out on top. I withdrew $100. I only dipped into 20 of the dollars I already had. But that's because I was already up, so it didn't really count, right? $100. I walked out of there. Can I say how much money I made? Is it gauche? I asked this to a friend yesterday. I said, is it gauche for me to talk about how much money I made at the casino? And then when I told him the number, he was like, it's not gauche if it's that number. Minnesota says, last week DMCA strikes. This week gambling. Yeah, who's gonna freaking come knocking on the door at Sean's Oasis next? What kind of intruder am I gonna have banging down the windows of Sean's Oasis, throwing a brick through the window like it's goddamn conclave? New York Shockzone says, StoryTime in 30 seconds. That is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. Streaming is so fucked up. I'd like to say that today's stream is executive produced by New York Shockzone because they, Marcin Pebble says instead of dollars, say simoleons or something. Yeah, coins. Rings. What if I say rings? Well, yeah, well, I can't say the amount of money. I feel like if I say the amount of money, that's like definitely crossing some sort of federal. Even winning the money made me feel like I was doing something bad. Like anytime I won in the slot machine, I felt like I was gonna get in trouble. Matter of fact, when I was playing blackjack, at a certain point I had a 17 and I said hit, and they said, you're hitting on a 17? And I said, yeah. And then they like called over another person and they both watched me play. You are not supposed to hit on 17, apparently. But I was sitting at the table playing with a guy who like wouldn't even hit on like 15, and he was losing hundreds of dollars. Or rings. He was losing hundreds of simoleons. He was never hitting. Minnesota says card counter. Is that what they think? It's like so weird to hit on a 17. I didn't know what I was doing really. I was just like getting froggy, and they said, you're hitting on a 17? Just to be clear, you're hitting on a 17? And I said, yeah. They were like, but those people that were given $100, they got free drinks. And here I am paying a $20 in and making a 20 simoleon in and making simoleons hand over fist, and they think I'm cheating. And then some kid who was playing 2 hands at the same time started talking shit about me in Spanish. I don't know what he was saying, but it was up to no good. Your Shockzone says, don't forget to report this on your taxes. Am I supposed to report gambling winnings on my taxes? I thought about the New York Shockzone says Sean also likes to live dangerously. I thought about that as soon as I walked into the casino. When he gets a 4, I suggest you hit, sir. I too like to live dangerously. My name is Richie Cunningham, and this is my wife, Oprah. But yeah, the soup. I'm not allowed to say the. Oh man, troubled times. But you know the soup guy from Seinfeld. He goes, "I suggest you hit, sir." Mars and Pebbles, Fear and Loathing in Puerto Rico. I think Mars and Pebbles last week told me to read Fear and Loathing while I was down in Puerto Rico. Was I talking about the casino last week? Anyways, the whole reason I bring up the whole casino thing is because this is the first time I've ever been to a casino, and like, I think I get it. Like, within moments of winning, my brain started getting rewired. Within moments of winning, I started to think I could just do this instead of a job. I could definitely figure out like an intelligent way to do this. And like, matter of fact, I do feel like I did figure that out, and it's not called card counting. It's called, you bet a little bit and then you make a bunch of money and then you put aside the money that you're winning and then you keep just betting a little bit and you never bet that much and you just incrementally win. And you set limits of like, if I hit this number, I'm gonna stop playing. That's the way to win. Am I gonna get freaking banned? I'm gonna get freaking banned. Marson Pebble says it was Rum Diary, by Hunter S, which is set in Puerto Rico. Oh, and Marson, I meant to ask you where your uncle lived in Puerto Rico. Type that offline. Let's not dox your uncle. New York Shockzone says gambling, also known as gaming. Exactly. And Mint Soda sent some sort of sad clown emoji. So, but yeah, no, the actual takeaway is that one, you got a game with respect and love. I only won at blackjack because the dealer was alone at the table and I was like, look how lonely they are. And I led with love and I kept kissing my partner's shoulder and going like, I'm playing with love. If you play with love and pay homage to Konami, you're bound to win. That's the only advice I can give to gamblers. Marson Pebble says, I don't know exactly, and that he couldn't dox his uncle even if he wanted to. New York Shockzone says, a gamer and a leftist who's chill and a Gen Xer rejecting poptimism who fucks with this and a gambler? Yeah, that's right. I really want to go to, there's a place in New York City called like Tropical World or something. I really want to go there. I'm really into gambling now. It's not good. I don't want to joke about gambling. That feels like in poor taste. Because I'm talking earnestly. It's like right away your brain gets rewired. I felt the rewiring happening. It was fascinating. Marson says gambling is in right now. Exactly. I'm all worried about getting DMCA'd. Meanwhile, freaking Maury Povich is on Kalshi. Do you think there's a... Well, one, is Maury still on TV? And two, you think that the Maury, like, are you not the father, has like an official, like, Kalshi page? If not, maybe there should be. New York Shockzone said, this stream brought to you by DraftKings. Put it on your phone, Sean. Bet on sports. Exactly. Yeah. Why not? Why not, right? Apparently you can bet on horses down at Tropical World or whatever the place is called. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to bump elbows with the type of person who goes down to the horse track in 2026. Like, who is that? What's going on out there? What's going on out there? All right, what else is on the docket? So I've encountered a trend of people being surprised when other people respond negatively to AI. I've encountered 3 instances of it at this point. All right? And I think we all have. I'm not the person, this first clip I saw on the goddamn Majority Report. Let's hear it for the Majority Report, the one true TV show these days. New York Shockstone says Resort World has cards now. Did they used to not have cards? I just want to go to a damn blackjack table, dude. I like sitting at that table and sort of looking around, and like the person next to me kept going like, ooh, good hand. Like anytime I would get a good hand, this person next to me would go, oh, good hand. And it felt amazing. They didn't have to do that. And they were like sort of teaching me how to play. You're supposed to split the aces. And I was like, what? And they were like, everyone splits the aces. And I was like, what does that mean? And they were like, just do it. And I lost, and when I split the aces, and then I immediately got 2 bad cards, and the person was just like, what a crappy draw. The person who told me to split the aces immediately went, that's bad luck. I don't know. Listen, look. We're done talking about gambling. Now we're talking about AI and how people are freaking really surprised. People are getting mad surprised when other people are not down with AI. Have we seen this? Have we heard of this?
Now that said,
now I'd like to clarify. This says Vice President of Strategic Alliances Tavistock Development Company. This is Gloria Caulfield, who's a vice president of a real estate firm. A real estate developer is this person, speaking at a college commencement at UCF.
now that said, we are living in a time of profound change. That's an understatement, right? Profound change. Change is exciting, very exciting, and let's face it, change can be daunting.
It's true.
The rise of artificial intelligence is the next industrial revolution.
Sorry, I shouldn't have done a sound effect. For one, I did the wrong sound effect. 2, it's a sound-oriented thing. Marston Pebble says they should start throwing tomatoes at these people. Mint Soda is booing and slamming their keyboard. One more time. Let's get it clean.
Intelligence is the rise of artificial intelligence is the next industrial revolution.
Woo! She goes, woo! What happened?
Okay, I struck a chord. May I finish?
This woman gets so unbelievably nervous. It sucks, dude. You seeing that? You seeing that hand tapping? Wait, sorry, I'm supposed to be zooming in more. Hold on. Give me a second here. I'm supposed to be zooming in more, dude. How do you do 1 frame at a time? I thought it was like period and comma. Whatever. Alright, so let's just look at these hands. See that? And she goes,
Only a few years ago, AI was not a factor in our lives. All right. Okay. We've got a bipolar topic here, I see.
So when she says we've got a bipolar topic here, do we think that she's internalizing and understanding that they're cheering at the idea that AI wasn't a part of life? Like, because when I first heard her say, we got a bipolar topic here, it feels like it's still from the perspective of someone who's like above everything. It's just like, well, first you don't like it, now you like it? Or like, is she actually commenting on how extreme people's reactions are? Like, what is she saying? I don't know if she knows what she's saying. She's freaking out. She's a real estate VP. New York Shockzone says, who hired this speaker? Terrible choice. Mars and Pebble says, my theory is that all these commencement speakers had AI write their speech, and that's why they're all AI positive. Oops.
Okay, we've got a bipolar topic here, I see. Okay, and now AI capabilities are in the palm of our hands.
Wait, shit. That was New York Shockzone wife. New York Shockzone wife, mea culpa. Mea culpa, I'm still not used to your presence. I think I called you New York Shockzone. New York Shockzone wife said, who hired this speaker? Terrible choice. A searing indictment from New York Shockzone wife. New York Shockzone comes in with a far more... let me tell you this. The way that New York Shockzone just sent a message just clarified to me, oh, these are two different people. Because what New York Shockzone wife says with searing clarity is, who hired this speaker? Terrible choice. Crystal clear. New York Shockzone comes in with a, she sounds like a dumbass who doesn't know the word divisive. You know? It's different. There's husbands and wives. It's different types of talk. Marson Pebble says, yeah, I think she meant polarizing, but I like your first theory. My first theory. That it's like, I think it's, because what'd she say? She said it's a bipolar topic. I think she just doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Because she got so nervous. I already zoomed in on her hands a bunch, but...
May I finish?
May I finish?
Only a few years ago,
why is she scared about giving a commencement speech and getting booed? Who cares? I mean, public speaking is hard, I guess. I think she's just doesn't know what the fuck is going on. But I think that's the takeaway of all of this that we'll see, is that, like, I think we're increasingly seeing, like, a huge rift in knowing what's going on, manners of thinking. Because, like, I assume most people who are pro AI are, like, well aware of the skepticism. But I think, and now we're getting, like, normies who are not tapped into the skepticism at all. Just being like, yeah, well, we use Copilot at my job. You type a sentence into it and it gives you what you asked. But now they're confronting, like, people who, like, are actually thinking about it, and it's like, wait, what do you mean you don't like Copilot?
bipolar topic.
Marson Pebble said this is like a live Vic Berger edit. That's a huge thank you. Thank you. That's a big compliment.
Here I see. Okay.
She touches her her bosom. It must, but yeah, she's grabbing at anything she can. You know?
We've got a bipolar topic here, I see. Okay.
The body language is fascinating to me.
And now? I see. Okay. And now?
And now? As we can see here, she has reaffirmed control of the situation with a firm and now. And now?
AI capabilities are in the palm of our hands.
And she's just still going. Like she still just has a script to read, dude.
Oh, I love it. Passion, let's go. Okay.
Rough stuff.
And AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors.
Sorry, I need to zoom in on the hand. There's more hand action happening. We're gonna have to slow this one down also a little bit too. I have to bring this one down to.
The AI is beginning to challenge.
She's holding it like the apple of discord. Holding the robot like the apple of discord.
All major sectors.
And then where does she go with it? And she goes,
find their highest and best.
why does she need to gesticulate so much about AI? What does she care? What did she, what was the last thing she said? What was the last thing she said? What was the last thing she said?
It's beginning to challenge. And AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use.
AI is, one more time.
Challenge all.
AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. Beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. I wish I could pull. See, I'm just going to be pulling Majority Report clips. Did y'all see Mark Andreessen? What the hell? Get out of here, Stream Boo. See, this is what we get from talking about robot. We get viewers Stream Boo. This is the power of AI. This is AI beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. They're going to come on down Sean's Oasis and try and get me to get viewers from Stream Boo. So earlier in the discussion, New York Shockzone said, I don't think as a real estate CEO or whatever, she can make that diagnosis. New York Shockzone wife said, passion? They're booing you. Take a hit. Damn. New York Shockzone wife is searing. Just like fucking blasted. New York Shockzone said, did she say yeesh tough crowd and pull her collar at any point? Marson Pebble says, sounds bad. New York Shockzone wife said, agreed, this speech was AI written. Yeah, it's not like, it doesn't come together like an idea. It comes together like notions, you know? New York Shockzone said, robot has entered chat once we start talking about AI. Exactly. AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. So that's clip number one of someone just like unbridled AI this isn't even like AI optimism. This is something else entirely. This is like just normie talking about AI. I went to a conference a few years ago where someone on stage was talking about, I got invited to a conference by somebody who was speaking at the conference, and someone went on stage and was talking about, and to get into the conference without getting an invitation, it cost like $5,000. And the idea that all these people were in this room listening to this stuff for $5,000 made me want to leave, dude. Made me want to leave. But the person on stage, their main driver behind wanting to like get into AI is because they felt left behind during the .com boom. They were like, I was around for the .com boom and I thought it was bullshit and I'm not gonna get left behind this time. We're like multiple generations into people like feeling desperate with regards to technology, I guess. Cause like, I don't think there's the big shift from like the invention of the automobile to the invention of the internet. Like, I really missed out on making cars. I really am going to get into this internet thing. We're working within like a 40-year time span. So that sort of thought pattern feels more ordinary, right? I wish I got in on advertising on Facebook. I'm not going to miss it this time. And then a person was talking about how AI could replace journalists. And then a journalist in the room asked a person, what about all the stuff that you can't quantify about what makes someone a good journalist? And the AI entrepreneur had literally no answer to that question. They hadn't even considered it. So, this was like 3 years ago. 4 years ago. This was the cutting edge 4 years ago. This is, so 4 years later, we have this real estate developer just saying stuff to a room full of kids who know better. And I'm not even like an AI cynic. Like, I just think it don't work. I think I'm like an AI realist, which is like, this shit don't work well enough. And like, the amount of processing power, I cannot fathom how you square like all this development of like freaking data centers when there is like still not a viable product, dude. What are we doing? Okay. New York Shock, Marson Pebbles said her comparing it to the Industrial Revolution in a positive way is very telling. And Marson Pebbles also says, the journalist thing baffles me, but people make that statement all the time. Yeah, no, yes. Let's not pretend like I'm smart, okay? I think, my only, like, invocation of the journalist thing was that, like, this has been, like, people have been running their mouths about this, and, like, well, the person who was left behind, I feel like that's, like, more of the, like, I'm scared, I want to be involved in something, like, oh, please, I don't want to die. And then the journalist thing, I think, is literally just, like, someone tinkering and not thinking about, like, it's more like John Hammond, you know? Me, I know about movies. And in Jurassic Park, Laura Dern says to, is it Richard Attenborough? One of the Attenboroughs. The great Laura Dern says to one of the Attenboroughs, you were so busy thinking about whether you could, where does Jeff Goldblum say it? What the hell happened in Jurassic Park anyway? It could have been so cool. What if they had a movie where there was just a good theme park with fun rides? It could have been so chill. You were so worried about whether you could that you never stopped to ask whether you should. Well, Laura Dern says to the guy is like far more intimate. I love that scene between Laura Dern and the Attenborough because it's him talking about how when he was a kid he had a flea circus and it was all made up. And that with this, he wanted to create something real. And Laura Dern is like, don't you get it? And they're eating ice cream. And Laura Dern says to him, like, don't you get it? It's still just the flea circus. And so I think, like, that's, you know, not to be like a dum-dum about it and, like, lean on art because I don't know enough about language learning models or data processing or NVIDIA to say something, like, higher level insightful. But I think most of what we're encountering with AI stuff seems like fear motivated. Like resources and industries are changing and people in power want to like maintain the power that they do have in a top-down way. I think that's sort of what drives AI adoption. It's not really a bottom-up thing, as far as I can tell. And you can quote Sean's Oasis on that. Anyways, we're now 25 minutes into the StoryTime segment of the show. I really want to play Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, but I got more AI stuff to show. Here's former Google CEO Eric Schmidt booed for praising AI in a commencement speech.
Architects of artificial intelligence. Interesting.
They boo him. He says interesting.
You will help shape artificial intelligence. We do not know.
Her response was, what happened? His response is, interesting.
We do not know the precise contours. If you'd let me make this point, please.
He says the exact same thing what she said, which is like, can I finish? Would you let me finish? The issue is that you're all not thinking far enough ahead. You're all reacting when you could have vision about bots that have bots and your productivity could be up. That's the Mark Andreessen clip. It's him talking to Joe Rogan of all people about how exciting it's going to be for bots to have bots because one person could have the productivity of 1,000 people. And my perspective on that was like, What is the metric of productivity, Mr. Andreessen? Like, what are we talking about? Productivity? I'm not going to show that clip because I don't want to just replay Majority Report clips. I kind of want to make my own connections here. I want to be my own person. That's good.
The precise contours, if you'd let me make this point, please. If you don't care about science, that's okay, because AI is going to touch everything else as well. Whatever path you choose.
These people are booing him because they don't care about science.
You can now assemble a team of AI agents to help you with the parts that you could never accomplish on your own. When someone offers you a seat on the rocket ship, you do not ask which seat. You just get on. The rocket ship is here.
The rocket ship.
Some advice.
The rocket ship is here. The rocket ship is here. The rocket ship is here. What was her quote that I loved so much? Fuck. The rocket ship is here. AI is beginning to challenge all major sectors to find their highest and best use. How do I make it show all of it? How do I make chat? Claude, how do I make the subtitles do 3 lines? Claude, make the... Claude, Gemini, how do I make it 3 lines? What? My videos. Gemini, how do I make the CCs 3 lines? Seems like you might be asking about how to style text to span exactly 3 lines using CSS, or perhaps you are referring to a different technical concept. If you want to limit text to 3 lines and show an ellipsis if it overflows, you can use the following CSS properties. No, I'm on YouTube, and I want YouTube to show me 3 lines of closed captions. Thanks. Just give it a moment. Currently, YouTube does not offer a setting to force a specific number of lines like 3 for closed captions. Display captions generally hands to platforms player is just a speed. You can't customize the appearance of your captions. Alright. So it's not doable. Okay. Thanks, Gemini. Okay, thanks, Gemini. They said, you're very welcome if you... Did the speaker anticipate the audience's mixed feelings? Did the speaker anticipate the audience's mixed feelings? The speaker did not explicitly state that she anticipated a hostile reaction. However, she acknowledged earlier... Okay, what am I doing? Rocket ship. We gotta get on the rocket ship, dude. I have to catch up on chat. New York Shock Zone says, I mean, you can't go around saying you're going to get rid of entry-level jobs to college graduates entering the workforce. You don't... When you're joining the rocket ship, you don't care about what seat you're on. You could be the captain. You could graduate college and be the captain of the rocket ship. Mint Soda sends a bunch of cute little guys and it says no rocket ship. Marson Pebble says we are not going to be allowed on the rocket ship because we were skeptical about AI. They're gonna leave us on Earth. Fucking what's his name? Eric Schmidt is gonna use Gemini to find my stream and put me on a shit list for the rocket. New York Shock Zone said, it's funny how they can't describe what AI does in any concrete terms and have to say these nonsense statements. New York Shock Zone, let me give you some advice.
Find a way to say yes. Listen. You bring the judgment.
Find a way to say yes. Listen. And then bringing it a little closer to home, we got Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy, who reposted an AI-generated... Somebody made an AI-generated video of a Final Fantasy VI remake. It's just, it looks like a video game, right? They got like fake quest markers in the upper left corner. They got a fake map. They got some fake stats down here that I'm covering up. It doesn't really hit like anything. That's Kefka from Final Fantasy VI, but rendered in 3D by a robot. So Sakaguchi says, what is this? Pretty awesome, huh? Minso says, no, that's the Joker. So Sakaguchi, creator of Final Fantasy, says, pretty awesome, huh? And everyone replies, everyone's just like, no, no, no. No, I think you shouldn't say that. Please make it, I beg you. 103 likes. 3.4 thousand people were like... Oh, there was some quote somewhere that was like... Oh, I was reading a piece of journalism about this story, and the journalism ended with a paragraph that was like, the characters from your games would not approve of AI. And I hated that idea. I hated that idea, but the point is that another shocked person responding to AI, they said, whoa, what a wild reaction, lol. Well, it's like, I just intuitively sense the potential or something. It's not gonna work as is, but it feels like there might be some intriguing stuff waiting down the line. That's the vibe. In the end, maybe it's just that I've barreled through 40 years of work and private life powered by exciting things. That's the kind of guy I am after all, lol. And then he made an AI of a ship from Lost Odyssey, another video game. What's my point with this? Just I don't know why this past 2 weeks, we've encountered so many. Is it just the commencement speeches? Why weren't there pro-commencement speeches about AI last year? Or if there were was the outcry like not there? Or like what was going on a year ago? Who's to say? Let's wrap it all up. Let's hear what Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, has to say about all this.
You all have AI. You all have AI. Actual intelligence.
That was not what I was supposed to do. Also, it's too quiet. Come on, Steve.
You all have AI. You all have AI. You all have AI. Actual intelligence.
Blasted.
My entire life in the technical world, I've been following people that were trying to figure out how to make a brain, software, hardware, synapse chips. And I was at a company where the engineers figured out how to make a brain. It takes 9 months. You all have AI.
So that's that. Look, I think it's also telling that Steve Wozniak was also giving a commencement speech about AI, even though he's on like the right side of history or whatever. But I don't know. What are we even talking about at this point? I think his response was also a little like, what are we fucking talking about? Man, what are we doing? Okay, so what else? What else is on the docket? This show is so messed up. So speaking of AI, have y'all seen Pine Drama? We'll talk about Pine Drama a little more later. Right now I want to tell you a story. Gather around, children. It's time for story time. So yeah, I was in Puerto Rico this past week. New York Shockstone said also the Pope declared war on AI. It is sooner that a camel will go through the eye of a needle than AI will become the next industrial revolution. It is sooner that... Oh, fuck, I wish I had her quote written down. What was it? AI is already challenging all sectors to become the greatest and best use. A camel has more chance going through the eye of a needle than sectors to be challenged to rise to their greatest and best use by artificial intelligence. Okay. We're going down to Puerto Rico, baby. So I find myself in good old Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, they like to call it down there. And I find myself on a winding road through the jungle. I'm driving uphill. And when I tell you I'm driving uphill, it is a surreal thing. You're driving uphill surrounded by jungle. And you don't know where you're going. You know you're going uphill, so it's like, I'm going up. I know where I'm going, kind of. It's up. But then you come to a clearing and you look out and you see how high up you are, and it made me quake in my boots. I have plenty of photos that would show that vision, but I didn't think about that when I was initially designing this story segment. Point is, I'm driving down the road. My partner, my lovely partner by my side. We're laughing, we're slapping, having a good time, listening to intermingling salsa and dramatic. The two radio stations were 93.7, which was salsa, and 96.5, which was like soft rock or like soft pop. It was like all these like dramatic, like it was all like that. So we got a song like that playing while we're driving up jungle on either side of us. We don't know where to park, so at a certain point we pull over. And I'm looking around. And I don't know where to go next. We're up in the damn mountains. We're up in the damn mountains, surrounded by jungle on all sides, and a road. And there's other people too, so it's not really like scary, but scary like on an individual level because of how high up we are. So we pull over, and I'm looking for, we're here to go for a damn hike. Where are we gonna go? And I look over beside the car. I can see that the jungle gets dark immediately. It's like 5 feet into the woods, and it's like pitch black. It's wild stuff. And I turn to my partner and say, babe, wanna go in that? I wanna go in that. And she goes, no. We're not going in that. And I said, babe, we're going in that. I'm going in that. She goes, I'm waiting at the car. I go, I'm going solo mission. You're out of the story time because I don't want to keep putting words in my partner's mouth while telling a story. So, I go in. And I'm surrounded by jungle on all sides. Wait, not yet. I'm surrounded by jungle on all sides. I can't make heads or tails of it. It's just trees and plants and lizards, bushes. I don't know what's going on. Vines. I don't know what's going on. And I'm walking. I'm wearing boots. We got hiking boots before the trip, so I'm walking wherever I please, over rock and loam and stone. Splashing in water, grabbing at vines, holding on to roots to stay in place, stepping in mud, slipping. My foot splashes into a water thing and my socks get wet and I'm like, shit. And I'm walking for about 7 hours. And by this point, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm lost. And the sun has not yet set. It's as if I'm in an endless day, lost in the jungle. I turn a corner and I encounter this. It's not a tree. In this clearing, I encounter a device of some sort. It starts rotating. A loud hum starts to come out of the device. And I go, what the hell is this all about? And I pull out my journal. I start taking notes. I start sketching the device. I go, this is a major find. This one's gotta be a major find. But it's rotating. It's rotating and resonating. And then all of a sudden, a bright light comes out of the top of it and points me in a specific direction. And where it points me is towards, I don't know if you can quite make it out, but through the brush, I can see a big rusty cube. I walk up to that rusty cube, I put my hands upon it, and it's ice cold. And I'm tapping it, I'm going pop, 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 pop. And I'm like, I want to get in. Let me in. And the light points directly to like a slot, and I stick my finger in the slot and go whoop. And a door opens, and I go in the door. Before I know it, I'm in a place somewhere between cube and nature. Indeed, there are many plants inside the cube, reaching out to the sky above. The cube's got a damn skylight, for one. The cube's got a damn skylight, but it's alien form and nature combined in one, and I'm just in there like, what is going on? What have I got myself into this time? I wish I didn't leave my partner back at the car 7 hours ago. We have dinner reservations. We got dinner reservations. But I'm in a damn cube, lost somewhere between the alien and the nature. I'm pat, pat, pat. The door had shut behind me too, and I'm sticking my, there's another hole, I'm sticking my finger in it. I'm sticking my finger in it. Nothing will budge. Nothing will budge. So I'm in this damn cube. New York Shock Zone says, classic appointment. What is a dinner reservation but an appointment with food? New York Shock Zone said dinners with reservations. Yeah, you get it. New York Shock Zone gets it. So, I'm in this cube and I'm like, well, I'm gonna make the best of this. I'm gonna look around a bit. So I start exploring the cube. I'm hitting the walls. Everywhere I'm going. Just banging, poking my finger in any hole I can find, hitting every wall I can find. I turn a corner and what do I encounter? But a further representation of the mixture of nature and creation. That's right, cubes, archways, creation. Is it alien? Is it human? Who knows? All I know is that it's like a balance between, listen, look. All I know is that it's like somewhere between nature and not nature, whether that's supernatural or freaking. Minnesota asks, is it AI? You'd have to take that one up with Claudia Caulfield. And I try calling Claudia and there's no signal. She says you're on your own. The voicemail. I get her voicemail inbox and says, Sean, if you're calling me from the cube in the Puerto Rican jungle, you're on your own. But I encounter these 3 archways. And I feel as if I have a choice to make. This is my only way out of here. Which archway am I gonna go through? Hitting the archways. I'm hitting them. And I sort of stick my head through one of the archways, right? And I'm sticking my head, and I like poke my head out, and it's a million miles down. It's so far down, and I'm just like, oh, whoa, man, like this is, I can't hang with this. This is too scary. I gotta figure this out, man. It's too scary. Too damn scary. But I feel a big inspiration. I'm like, I gotta jump. I'm trapped in this realm of endless daytime, trapped in this cube filled with plants. New York Shock Zone said, which arch? The big arch, baby. McDonald's burger. You're absolutely right, New York Shock Zone. The big arch itself, somewhere between the natural world and the supernatural world. Beef transformed into a form unrecognizable to God. So I stick my head out this arch. And I'm like, I gotta make a choice here. I already made the choice of I'm going through the center one of the three that I have over here. And I'm like, I gotta just be brave. I gotta jump. I'm in endless day. My partner is definitely tapping their watch and going, we got dinner reservations. Maybe at McDonald's. Maybe at McDonald's. So once again, I'm going in. And I stick my head through one last time and I push my way through. And I, wait. Fuck. Let's do that again, folks. Do that again, folks. I push my way through and I push all the way through and I jump. And suddenly I find myself hurtling through darkness. I don't know what the hell's going on. I can see some light in the distance. Like, what? Where am I? What's going on? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Music starts to play. There's owls freaking everywhere and a duck. So yeah, I'm tumbling through darkness for upwards of 3 days. And I'm really feeling the dinner reservations at that point, because I'm like, I'm hungry, dude. Freaking hungry. It's been 3 days in here. Lo and behold, plump, I land on a hill overlooking a bright light in the distance. Hey, what the hell is that? Take off my sunglasses. I'm like, oh, I can see a little better. Wear sunglasses at night. It doesn't let you see very well. What the hell is what's going on? I say, well, thank God I'm out of that strange portal. I'm gonna head towards the light over there. So I'm crawling. I'm climbing for upwards of 2 days. And I've gone from a world of endless day to a world of endless night. Days turn into nights, turn into days. I don't even know how long I've been out there. But I'm crawling, and I crest over a hill. And what can I see but a great facility in the distance? A beautiful parking lot. And a massive complex. And I think to myself, holy hell. I fell into a portal in the jungle and I ended up in the city? This twisted city whose name no one knows? To be continued. Alright, that's the story for today. Now we got like 25 minutes to play Yoshi. We got about 25 minutes now to play Yoshi. I messed it all up. But what can you do, right? I wanna play damn Yoshi. Let's freaking get in there, right? So there's a new Yoshi game. Did y'all know about this? Y'all hear about this? Freaking... There's a new damn Yoshi game, dude. And I'm about to freaking... And I'm as stoked as all hell. I'm as stoked as all hell to be playing the new Yoshi game. Here we go. Not Katamari, Yoshi. We're playing Yoshi, the famous Donald Glover character Yoshi. And this time I'm actually gonna remember to change the tag to Yoshi, because this is like a new game. I always keep forgetting what it's called. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I keep wanting to call it like Yoshi and the Forbidden Book. Yoshi and the Mysterious Realm. Yeah, it's a new damn Yoshi, dude. Beautiful. Look how beautiful this is already. I'm freaking hyped, dude. It's Yoshi. This is low-hanging fruit, but y'all think we're gonna encounter Nepinut? Y'all think we're gonna meet Nepinut in this game? The baby. What? Hey. Hey now. Oh, he's so good. I love this little guy. Ah, wah, 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 wah. Marcin Pebble says Nepinut is inevitable. Nepinut is inevitable. 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 New York Jackson said, oh man, Nepinut lore would slap. Nepinut would go so hard right now. Baby Bowser met Nepinut right now. So he got the book. And now he's going to Yoshi's Island with the book? Wait, was Yoshi's Island in the book? I'm not really following the lore. It's a book? Uh-oh. I think Baby Bowser just got blasted. Oh! It's Yoshi. Y'all see that Mario Galaxy movie? Yoshi wasn't a character. Yoshi was just sort of in it. Very disappointing. I want Yoshi to be like doing stuff. Just hanging out. I'm used to Yoshi doing stuff like this. Investigating. With his friends. Helping a baby. Yoshi's so cool. When do I get to play the game? Huh. I don't like that they're all looking at me. Oh. Okay. Book is talking. The book has a mustache. Goodness, where am I? Would you folks please help me sit up right? Lasso! Lasso! Oh, ha, ha. That's much better, thank you kindly. I'm Mr. Encyclopedia. You call me Mystery for short. Now what should I call you? Yoshi. Yeah. They're all friends. Yoshi. Yoshi. They're good. I metai. Oh. If anything is amiss. This is a pretty high concept. Find anything interesting? And there's a bird. I think this is pretty interesting up here. See this? What's this? Why is there a bird singing musical notes? But he probably is talking about the little flower guy, right? I've made a discovery? Yeah, it's a little flower guy. Or no, what about this guy? What about this guy? Who's this guy? Who the hell is this guy? My word. Spotted a walking flower, you say? But of course. Mysterious indeed. Let's take a closer look. No, Yoshi, you're gonna get sucked in like Baby Bowser did. Yoshi, no. What about this guy? I want to study this guy. Not allowed to study that guy? What if I want to study apples? These apples look quite tasty. Alright, good to know. What about this bird? I can't research this singing bird. Look at the texture on the page. So nice. They're like crispy. Crispy, crunchy, butterfingery. New York Shockzone's thinking that this book has some portal-like powers. I'm almost afraid to admit it. What do you suppose this odd cluster is about? I don't know, dude. It vaguely resembles fruit. Alright, I gotta look at the guy. Flora or fauna? Plant or animal? Cube or plant? We're on the cube or nature. We're on the verge of a new discovery. Let's make a note of this. Alright, I will. Is it flora, fauna, or both?
Yoshi?
I'll explore the creature's habitat. Oh, this guy's being pretty upfront. Like, if you look through, you'll get sucked into the book. Just let your curiosity lead you while I record any new discoveries you make. Alright, I'll freaking do that. It's really high concept for a level select. It's basically just go in to play the game. Oh, look how it looked, dude. Okay. Catches your eye. With L? With L, I let him know. I fuck with this. Do I eat them? I eat them. They have a sweet taste. Tastes a bit sweet. This game's all about eating. They made the eating of Yoshi textual. Look how his tongue curves when you push down. I fuck with that. It tastes a bit sweet. Alright, let's go. X. Wait, oh, what? Yo, we're friends! Oh my god! Yay! Cool. This creature seems keen to ride on my back. Oh, and you got the triple jump? You see that? This game's freaking bouncy, dude. Triple jump, dude. Make flowers bloom. Does this guy make flowers bloom? Yay. Such a lovely arch. This spot must be meant for ceremonies and celebrations? Okay. There must be more. Oh, I made a flower arch, it says up there. This is freaking cute. What's in here? Purple? Is purple different? Yo. I'm playing Yoshi, dude. What do I do with purple? I want purple on my back. Sorry, yellow. Oh, and you make purple flowers now, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Let's say flowers bloom in matching colors. Alright. Oh, is that good? He got so big! Good for him. Grew into a big tree. I know how to play video game. I found secret. Wait. Does the tree go away? What was the timer? It was making... Oh, the timer is what gives the, like... The time... Oh, look at Yoshi covered in mud because I was walking around in mud. All my eggs are covered in mud. Oh, it's the simple stuff, right? New York Shockzone says, this is trippy. I love this. It's like the simple pleasures, dude. So yeah, if I push this button, I can grow plants on this tree, but I'm gonna go explore a little bit. Because I want to. So if I put my whole body in here, do I get... I'm fully mudded up! Oh dear, this spot is quite muddy. Look how freaking muddy Yoshi is. I'm gonna need some water. Clean me up. this, a little bit of these, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. How about this? How about this? Yeah. Tree in full bloom. And the more stuff you do, the more the music builds. What about this apple? Look how happy Yoshi is when they eat an apple. This game's gonna like make me cry. It's so cute. What's going on? I sort of bought this on a whim because it's like, I fuck with Yoshi. But I love this. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna clean up. Should I clean up or should I stay muddy? I wanna stay muddy. I'm Yoshi. Okay. What is this? Coins? What's up, buddy? Didn't mean to wake you. Give me that. Give me that. Sorry, buddy. Look how dizzy they get when you bonk them on the head. Look. Because he's all dizzy. That's good. Alright. I'm going... I'll clean up. The mud has been washed away. It was an important... whoa, what if I get blue? Now purple's gonna hang out in the water. Oh, dude, and I just dropped purple there and they started like automatically just playing with the water. That's so cool. I just want to run around and look at stuff in this damn game. The entire area is filled with flowers. The slide. Oh my god, slow down, slow down. Yo, this is like the best part of Yoshi's Island and they put it in the first level. In Yoshi's Island, there's a part of the game where you like are skiing. It's like the best part of the game. And they put this in the front. Oh! Wait, let me do it. Oh, I wish I could have done it in one cool, slick, like, move, you know? Yo, Champagne Langy! Champagne Langy made it. It says, what up, what is up, party people? And then they've made it to the Oasis in time for Yoshi. Champagne Langy, this game is almost made me cry because it's so cute. And all the little creatures are friends. And the game is all, wait, how come? Oh, I have to jump to keep the momentum. This is so sick. And then I do this, and then give me, oh, come on, Yoshi. Come on, Yoshi. Let's go. Let's go, Yoshi. All three big flowers bloomed. All the big flowers just bloomed. It's like they woke up to say hello. What a delightful discovery. I gotta leap into the sparkly spot to return. Look at this shader they put on Yoshi. Okay. Weehaw! Man, I wish I'm ready to end my exploration here. Yeah, seems good. I'm very happy I purchased this. This is gonna be bringing me solace in dark times. You made so many satisfying discoveries. Thank you, Yoshi. They deserve a proper name. What shall we call one of these creatures? Should we hear Mr. E's suggestion or think up our own name? It's gonna be our own name. And this guy's name, I'm pretty sure, is Terrence. Right? Terrence? Anybody have any other suggestions for the name of that flower creature? I'll show the flower creature one more time. What do we think this guy's name is? My gut says Terrence. Like Terrence Stamp. Pretty good, right? That's Terrence. How do you spell Terrence Stamp? Hold on. Let me just confirm I'm spelling Terrence Stamp's name right. Terrence Stamp. Yeah, for Terrence, says Marcin Pels. Oh, Terrence is T-R-E-N-C-E. Oh, Terrence Stamp died. That's why he's on the brain. Well, now he will live on. Terrence Stamp will live on, Yoshi. Terrence will live on in this flower creature. Thank you for everything, Terrence. Terrence! Fine choice. Yeah, we'll officially name this creature Terrence. Let's use Terrence. Awesome. If you ever want to change his name, you just do it right on the page. Alright. Cool. That's Terrence, dude. Tastes a bit sweet, rides on Yoshi's back, makes flowers bloom. Easily dazed when bopped. I clocked that, dude. Gets muddy easily. Look at all the stuff Terrence does. Does this taller trio enjoy their view from way up high? Each towering flower is actually a common Terrence growing into a tree. A common Terrence? Dazed when hit with an egg. Oh, I gotta hit Terrence with an egg. Champagne Langy said this is going too fast. Yeah, I made a lot of discoveries on my first quest out into the world. How fulfilling. I've always wanted to study the curious creatures within my pages. Yoshi! Oh, this game is the fucking best. Yoshi! I'm itching to see more. Yeah, dude. I love every second of this. Would you help me explore my many pages? Many? Yes. Let's fucking go. Thank you all. My page is common Terrence. You can't rush. New York Shockson says common Terrence. They can't all rush in together. We'll need one brave volunteer. Who's it gonna be? My favorite's always Dark Blue Yoshi because he does the hardest levels. New York Shockson said Mr. E is fucking nuts. He's conceptually quite strange. Is this our next BD Army? Ready to explore. Dark Blue Yoshi's so cool. Champagne Langy says, when does Yoshi ride the D train like in the Mario movie? This forest seems to be home to many different creatures. Magnifying glass. This is so cool. It says Terrence. That's Terrence, dude. I gotta hit Terrence with an egg. New York Shockzone said this feels like a PBS show. Yeah. Hint. This says dazed when hit with an egg, and then you can buy a hint for 100 coins. Add check. You made a discovery you're particularly fond of. You can add a check mark to it, and you just did. Aw. That's cool. What does swap mean? You can swap the position of the discoveries? What is this? Gets muddy easily. I'm gonna do, my favorite was this one, the gets easily dazed when bopped. That one was my favorite. I bumped him on the head and he went, ooh. I gotta go back to Terrence and him with the egg. I want to explore other creatures, and also I'm supposed to be playing meditation music in 3 minutes, but I want to hit Terrence with an egg and then do one more level, and then we'll do meditation music, okay? Okay? Awesome. Not done learning about this creature yet, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna eat one, and then use that one to hit another one. That felt rude. You can come with me. Oh, and there was some implication of like, what if all the flowers were blue? I wonder if there's like a challenge for like, do all yellow flowers or whatever. I'm gonna... Oh! Look at this menu, dude! A simple tail flick. I'm gonna end exploration. Does that count? New York Shockzone said, I'm trying to figure out what the goal of this game is. I thought Yoshi was gonna fight Baby Bowser, but he's just like writing a book. My understanding is that Baby Bowser is somewhere in this book, because he got sucked into the book. Oh, Sprouts when buried? There's endless fun to discover with Terrence. The whole thing that this game is about, like going to levels and just like experimenting with Terrence, who is easily dazed when bopped. This is so high concept. I love this. They make games like this now, dude. Original Yoshi is just like very interesting mechanics and aesthetics. Now it's just like bizarre ideas. Alright, this is mysterious wriggling. I'm gonna make some room for some notes about this wiggling fruit. What kind of wriggling, fidgeting fruit is this? Could this be a new kind of fruit, perhaps? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Yeah, Champagne Langy, you missed a whole prologue featuring Baby Bowser getting into mischief, which was pretty cute. Ready to enter my pages and explore once more, Yoshi? You know it. You freaking know it. Habitat. What shall this creature be named? Awesome. Hey, it's them. I'm gonna eat it to know what's going on. They made a bunch of eggs. Did that hive on the vine taste like fruit or honey? Hives have an interesting texture. Did that leave your taste buds buzzing? Let's press onward. I'm gonna have to smash this. Champagne Langy says they missed their Baby Bowser. I'll say, what are we doing? What are we doing? They took the smiley flowers with them. Bees are sweet like honey. How fucking cute this guy is. Yoshi is both cute and cool. Whoa, what is this? Huh? Hey, bees. Sorry, bees, I'm gonna have to eat you. I need a flower, so I'm gonna eat you. Oh. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I should not be cussing during this segment. Sorry, bees. Oh, that's the thing. You guys see how happy Yoshi is when they eat an apple. Check it out. Look how fucking happy they are. They grab their cheeks like this. They go, ah! They should have made the Mario Galaxy movie like this. It's all about Yoshi writing a book. That'd be a good movie. Do I even have health in this game, or is it just, what is this bug? What is this bug? Do I just do this? Do I eat the bug? What's going on? Stop. Stop, stop, stop. My eggs bounce? This is chaotic. Alright, no defense against an airborne egg. Amen. Give me a fruit. Do I have health? Oh, match the apple's color. Oh, if you got a guy on your back and you eat an apple, they turn the color of the apple. New York Shockzone said Mr. E voiced by Will Arnett in movie. Very good. What makes apples grow? I missed something. What makes apples grow? Ding. 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 Oh. Orange flower guy makes apples grow. Okay. Oh my god, there's too many guys. There's way too many guys. Too many guys. Get away from me. Why am I just killing bees? I removed the big huddle of hives. Is this the thing? Oh, this is my favorite thing in Yoshi's Island. Oh, and look, Yoshi just rides it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Wait, where am I going? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, boy. I'm going this way. Right, not this way. I'm going this way. Wait, what do I do with it? I think I just did what I do with it. You just ride it a bit. I want blue guy. Goodbye, orange guy. Oh, hey. Cut the crap. Only one more to go. It's a very combat heavy realm. The first realm is so peaceful. Am I gonna turn? Look at me, I'm covered in honey. I'm covered in honey. Wonder if I can do anything now that I'm covered in honey. Like, will I make things sticky or what? I'm gonna crush this. About this. Gold. I am gold. Where's the last flower? I'm actually feeling some gaming challenge. I heard buzzing coming from the cave off to the right. Perhaps there's a hidden... Oh, here we go. Excuse me, bees. Do they like me because I'm covered with honey? Or... Oh, I just have to attract them to flowers, so they what? They pollinate? Go to the damn flowers. Wait, how? I saved all the smiley flowers. Cascaille. Oh, so it's all bees. On these plants, because you can see the bud of the bee is like the yellow and black, like... What if I just make them all go on flowers, though? I just want to bring them to flowers. I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, I'll end my exploration here. I could play this game for... I was supposed to play the game for an hour, but instead, we played it for half an hour. Can you blame me? I was talking. We found a rather belligerent form of life. We should give it a proper name, I suppose. Only one name's gonna do. Which name would fit this buzzy thing? I think we all know what it is, right? Do I need to say it? It's Bill. Bill. That's a fine choice. Shall we officially name this creature Bill? Yeah, man. Let's use Bill. That's Bill. Things like fruit before taking flight. Oh, sweet like honey. Smiley flower saved. No defense against an airborne egg. Remove the big out of the eyes. Beat the big swarm. It was my Bill buzzing aside. They seem... There's a lot going on. Covered in honey. I was covered in honey. It's hard to sneak up on them since they react to the slightest sounds. Bill swarms can carry a smiley flower. Simple as. We got Terrence, we got Bill. Now we got this guy? You're telling me I gotta log off when this guy just appeared? Come on. Give me a break. Alright, unfortunately, that's all the time for Yoshi we got for today, because we gotta do some meditation music. I really wish I could keep playing Yoshi, but alas, it was not meant to be. So, Thanks for tuning in thus far. We've been through a lot, right? We went on a whole AI adventure. I told a story about getting lost in the damn jungle and how portals go both ways. Jungle is city, city is jungle. Who even knows anymore these days? Who even knows? For now, we're just going to bring the mood down a little bit. Not mood down in a bad way, but we're going to bring the mood down just a little bit. We're just going to chill out a little bit. Play some freaking meditation music, you know? Just let our woes melt away. It's gonna be about 15 minutes of 15 minutes of smooth music meditation. Now remember this, the goth as I read before. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. With the in-breath, it is deep. With the out-breath, it is slow. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel ease. With the in-breath, I smile. With the out-breath, I release. Finally, breathing in, I know that this is a present moment. Damn it! Breathing in, I know that this is a present moment. And breathing out, I know that this is a wonderful. Let's try to think about that while I play sweet, sweet music. Okay? look who it is. Did you enjoy that? Are you feeling calm? Well, here I am to yell in a big stinky voice, wake up. I'm just kidding, go to bed. It's bedtime. Thank you for the applause, Minnesota. Minnesota, this was for you. Thanks for coming down to Sean's Oasis for another massage for your mind. It's like a cute, Minnesota's posting like a cute Pepe looking around. Pepe's been reclaimed thrice over at this point, it would seem. Anyways, come on back down, the same place, same time. Good night, Oasis, says New York Shock Zone. Amen, brother. Minnesota's sending a cute dog waving goodbye. I love the emojis. They're all so specific and cute. How'd you get all these things? How'd you get all these emojis? But oh damn it, my notes are up again. Well, that's another one for the history books. New York Shockson says, "Where's the podcast?" Just you wait, brother. Just you wait. Wednesday evening, I have free time. You want to edit it? You looking for some extra stuff to do while raising a child? You want to edit it? You want an executive producer? Oh yeah, I didn't even call out. New York Shock Zone executive produced this episode because New York Shock Zone is the one that suggested except I didn't stick to the script at all. But New York Shock Zone had a wonderful idea, which is half an hour of monologue, 15 minutes of story time, an hour of featured content, and then 15 minutes of meditation music. It's a good balance. We're still finding our footing. New York Shock Zone says Sean's Ocean. Let's get the word out about Sean's Ocean. It's definitely a real podcast. I had a pretty good idea for the music for it. All will be revealed. But yeah, I got some free time on Wednesday. That doesn't mean the podcast comes out on Wednesday, but you know, I started a composing job. I talked about this in the last stream. The same week I recorded the first episode of the podcast, I also took on some additional work. New York Shock Zone said only went 10 minutes over, so the format sort of works. Yeah, I think like the real weird. This is Sean's Oasis After Dark. What's up? This is behind the curtain. This is behind the curtain. I just talk. Anytime you feature like featured video, it's so easy to talk over it because you can just let the video do stuff. I really wanted to play Yoshi for an hour. I only played Yoshi for half an hour and the music went 10 minutes over. So it's... And I cut a segment about a freaking Pine drama. I gotta tell you all about Pine drama. Quibi lives. Anyways. Next week I'll tell you all about Pine drama and show you a bunch of photos from my trip to Puerto Rico. How about that? Alright. And also... I never finished Yoshi's Island. Maybe I should finish that before playing any more of this mysterious book. I don't know what next week will hold. It's gonna be music. That's it. This week was a video game show. Next week's gonna be a music show. Come back next week to watch me build a beat from scratch. And you can contribute to the making of music with suggestions from the audience. Alright, enough. Good night. Thanks for coming on down. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.